Now when it was decided that we should sail to Jerusalem, we began our journey, and some of the disciples from Caesarea went with us, bringing with them Mnason of Cyprus, an early disciple, with whom we were to lodge. When we had come to Jerusalem, the brethren received us gladly. On the following day, Paul went in with us to James, and all the elders were present. And when he had greeted them, he declared particularly what things God had done among the Gentiles through his ministry. So when they heard it, they glorified God, and they said to him, "You see, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are who have believed, and they are all zealous of the law, and they have been informed concerning you, that you teach all the Jews who are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not to circumcise their children, nor walk according to the customs. What then? The assembly must certainly meet, for they will hear that you have come. Therefore do this that we tell you. We have 4 men who have a vow on themselves. Take them and purify yourself with them, and pay their expenses, so that they may shave their heads. And all will know that those things of which they were informed concerning you are nothing, but that you yourself also walk orderly, keeping the law. As for the Gentiles who have believed, we have written and decided that they should observe no such thing, except that they should keep themselves from things offered to idols, from blood, from things strangled, and from sexual immorality." Then Paul took the men, and the next day, purifying himself with them, entered the temple, giving notice of the fulfillment of the days of purification, until the offering was offered for each one of them. Now when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews from Asia, seeing him in the temple, stirred up all the people, laid hands on him, crying out, "Men of Israel, help! This is the man who teaches all men everywhere against the people, the law, and this place. And besides, he brought Greeks into the temple and has defiled this holy place." Quote, for they had previously seen Trophimus the Ephesian with him in the city, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple. And all the city was troubled, and the people ran together, and they took Paul and dragged him out of the temple, and immediately the doors were shut, and as they sought to kill him, news came to the commander of the garrison that all Jerusalem was in uproar. He immediately took soldiers and centurions, ran down to them, and when they saw the commander and the soldiers, they stopped beating Paul. Then the commander came near and took him, and commanded him to be bound with 2 chains. And he asked who he was and what he had done. But some in the crowd cried one thing, and some another. And when he could not ascertain the truth because of the uproar, he commanded him to be brought into the barracks. When he came to the stairs, so it was that he had to be carried by the soldiers because of the violence of the crowd. For the multitude of the people followed, crying out, "Away with him!" Quote, and as Paul was about to be brought into the barracks, he said to the commander, "May I speak to you?" Quote, so he said, "Can you speak Greek? Are you not the Egyptian, who previously stirred up a revolt and led the 4,000 assassins out into the wilderness?" Quote, but Paul said, "I am a Jew of Tarsus, a citizen of no insignificant city of Cilicia, and I beg you, permit me to speak to the people." And when he had given him permission, Paul, standing on the stairs, waved his hand to the people, and when there was a great silence, he spoke to them in the Hebrew language, saying, "Brethren and fathers, hear my defense before you now.